Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Tina and I am really excited to be here crafting with you and doing my third and final layout in this remix series. So how this all started is my July 2024 workshop was with the Echo Park Summer Vibes collection, and I had so much fun with this. Now, I do want to mention this is my third, as I said, video, so I really suggest you go back and watch videos 1 and 2 for the remixes on this, because I really discuss what papers to gut, what papers you're going to need kept at 12 inches, and stuff like that, which is so important when we have this here. Okay, so here is the Summer Vibes one that we are going to remix, and you can see everything was all about this background. I actually did this as part of our creative art challenge. I loved this background so much. We're going to change it up a little though, because instead of our pieces being 2 inches, the ones for this one ended up coming in at, I believe it's 2 1/4, but let's just double check. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So it does give you a little room, but first what you're going to need are these white pieces prepped. Just pull some white out of your stock. I mean, you could do it in another color too, of course, but you can see they're 10 by 10. And then what you do is you are going to draw lines at 5 and 2 1/2 and 7 1/2. And then you're going to rotate it 1/4. And you're going to draw those same lines at 5, at 2 1/2 and 7 1/2, and it will give you the grid. You could also do that with like 1/8 of an inch paper if you want, or markers or anything else. All right, I've done a little bit of prep work for this, and I'll bring this in. Now, this remix series is with the Echo Park Animal Kingdom collection. Let me grab my cover here. Okay, this is the Animal Kingdom collection, and I am scrapbooking some pictures that we took on a recent trip to the Canary Islands, and this is Laurel Park Animal Sanctuary on the island of Tenerife, which is part of Spain, and the Canary Islands there. And this is, I love it. All right, so I want to give you the measurements for the background here, and I do want to mention a paper saver. So you're only going to see this little piece right here and this little piece right here. My strips are all the way across, but really if you do the strip here all the way across and the strip here all the way across, because you see it through here, you really could patch this with much smaller pieces. I didn't do that, but if you're looking to get more out of your paper, I did want to mention that. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. And so the bottom, and you'll need 2 of each, 1 for each side, is 3 by 12. For the bottom one with all the animals. And then this next one is 4 inches. Those pretty flowers. 2 inches. 3 inches. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 2, 3. And then you just put those down. And, you know, you could use throwaway paper for this as well, meaning you could just cover paper that you really don't like. That's a great way to, you know, create background pages and get some use out of that. All right, so now that's down, and I have my grid all ready to go. You can see my paper. My grid is all ready to go, and let's talk about these pictures. This one here is going to be for all my gorillas, my monkeys, my apes, all the primates. Look at this picture George got. Isn't that just, it was gorgeous. All right, now in the original ones, what you really want to focus on is the background. We're going to build a background and then put our pictures on it, but you'll see here, these are my 2 layouts with the pictures that I had. Very few pictures. I didn't want to hide that background. And then this is what I have now. Now, if you're doing a collection that did not have the pocket pages with these smaller pieces, then what you're going to want to do is just cut pieces of paper to 2 1/4 to come up with this as well. But the Animal Kingdom one did have it, and I got really excited. All right, and this is going to be my hardest thing, is how many times I have to sing the alphabet song to get these in order, right? True story. All right, I've done some prep work. So here, this is, let me grab this so I can show you. This paper right here is what I used, but you can kind of use whatever. You should be on your 3rd one. And look at that. Just another gorgeous shot. That mat cut with the theme collection is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then the one behind it is 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. And I'm just changing where I'm putting it. These are 3x4 pictures, double matted. That one is matted with the exact same paper there with black for the bigger one that ends in 4 1/4, or that ends, excuse me, in 3.5 by 4.5. And I double matted this. I did all double mats for my photos on this one. I have some of that paper I've been using, jade, and then the one that looks like wood. Look at those lion tamarins. Those are lion tamarins. So pretty. Okay, so now I want my alphabet to come all the way across like this. But what we're going to do is decide where, so there's 26 letters in the alphabet, and they doubled up one letter. So they doubled up 2 letters, which means I only have 25. And since each of these are 16, we need 36 spots. You can fill those in if you would like, but I'm going to do a cheat. All right, I also took my black marker and went all the way around the edge of mine. That's just something I like to do, and I thought it fit with this. We're doing about 1 inch all the way around for our border. We'll put this one on. Knowing where you're going to put your pictures will really help in spacing this out. So that's why I laid my photos out to know exactly where I would want them, since I was changing my photo size. Once again, just about 1 inch all the way around. There we go. And now I'm going to start laying out. I know I'm going to see all the way across the top. So for this one here, I'm going to have this here. And then I have these 2 that I can put here at the bottom. And you can see I'm going to cover a lot of these squares. So if you put them, you know, where you might like them to be, you will not need to put the letters behind them. All right. And then this one over here, see back here, I'm not going to need to cover that one. And if I position this one right here, I won't need to put one there. And then I have this one here that I'm going to put here, so I'll see those. So let's just see how we make out with all the different ones that we don't need, and we'll try to kind of lay these out and give us what we can. All right. This will probably be, see, here we go. There might have been 2 actually, and there's only 24. That's the H and the I. All right, I'm going to try to lay these out. I still have a lot to get through. Is everyone singing the alphabet song, or is it just me? Okay. And I'm going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So I know that whole first row, I need all of them. Okay, here's my A and my B. Slide that down. There we go. And I know that I'm going to have to play with some of these. So this will end with the H and the I. Okay, I have my whole top row that I need. I'm going to go ahead and put those down. And this is why I didn't get to use any of this gorgeous jeweled paper. I would have loved to do that, but I really wanted these. Now, I'm probably going to go into a second pack of this paper. So that'll give me the ability to highlight the other papers that I didn't and use some of the other things. Laurel Park Animal Sanctuary was just an amazing experience, and I still have quite a few to do. The penguins alone, I mean, oh, I might do a special one for them though. Their habitat was unbelievable. I'll have to share. I have some video for that. Maybe when I do that one, I'll pop that video in and let you guys see the really cool habitat that they had. All right, just kind of putting these all in. Just equal amounts all the way around so you can see that this works. You know, if you're using scrap papers to do this because you're doing a different Echo Park collection, I would probably go with the 2x2s. You know, they look just as nice, and you would use less paper creating the background. Okay, so now we're here, and I have HI. I know that I'm going to need J on the side, and the more letters we use, then we're good to go. All right, and I know that after laying this out, I'm going to need the bottom. So I'm going to work backwards on the alphabet, right? Okay. It's coming together. We're going to see if I'm going to be able to pull it off or not. I saw it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if I go this way, I'm getting a little closer, but I'm also a little worried. But remember, I can do fill-in pieces, and that will be okay. These are the ones that are going to be the most seen. So I want to make sure that I get letter pieces where they're going to be the most seen, and then, you know, see where it pans out from there. Okay, so I am going to double check really quick. Told you, alphabet song. Did y'all sing it with me? All right, so I don't have to put my gun down a bunch of times. I'm gonna kind of flip them and just put them right here. Save us just a few moments. I really do like that jeweled paper, and it does kind of remind me of some of the walkways that we saw there. So I have a feeling that I'll be using that in definitely some of the pictures I took of all the gorgeous foliage, just all the plant life and everything that was there. Okay. This is an N. I'm sure somebody was just screaming through the thing. Like, I just noticed it now. All right. I'm not sure where that is. I'm not sure where the U is, but, you know, they gave me a whole alphabet, so it's here somewhere. I'm going to leave it off and just kind of continue. But I had it this way, and that was a narwhal, so it went the other way. And I still have some letters here, but, you know, a lot of pieces. So I'll just kind of put that aside for right now. And it is possible that it slid off of my layout. So there'll be no worries on that. I can put that in later. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop this on next. And I have a feeling I'm going to need this one right here. Will be my next one. Yes, I'm going to raise this up here. So I am going to want that. Okay, we don't need those, so we're good to go. And we have to, I normally like to build either my right or my left page and then go to the other one. But for this one, because I am building the alphabet across instead of going this way and then coming to that one, I do need to work on both pages at the exact same time. Okay, I'm sticking this, but not like rubbing it fully down so that I can get some of my other pages in, or my other pictures on, excuse me. All right, I really do not want to need to use anything here. So I'm gonna position this very carefully and just kind of lay it right there for just right now. Because, you know, I might want just to add a little piece right there. This one here means I am gonna want one right there. Okay. Kind of see how I'm picking and choosing what letters I'm going to have. Okay. So now I have this like this. All right. So we have JK. This would be L. And I'm going to need the L. It's going to stick out. So we're going to go ahead and use the L. And I might even move this over a little bit more to make sure that I don't need one on this side. Just kind of play with it. And now if I put this kind of more here and put it up against this, I really don't need one in there. You can barely see the L, to tell you the truth. Okay, sliding that over. Moving this up just a little bit. Just keep playing. Just keep moving them around. I think I'm going to say that I won't, you know, need those right there. And that'll be good. I really wish I could find... I'm like, did I put it somewhere else? It just randomly, it has randomly vanished. I'm sure it's stuck to the back of something, but it'll all be good. Okay, so I'm not going to need it a lot. These two are going to go in here just like this. So I'm going to want that U for sure, but I could always move one over. Okay, so JKL. I have plenty left, even if I put this one as an M. This would be N. I'm just going to count it out. O. P and Q would safely be here. And I'm still left with an extra one. So that, I could put that R right in there. As long as I find the U, I'm golden, which it's got to be somewhere in our craft room, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and put these down. And it all worked out. All good things. These are so cute. Look at these little things. They're just so cute. They have like every animal. I thought that this was great. This awesome U here, or an N, depending on which one you have. That's me in real life, so, you know, we weren't super surprised. Okay. I really like how this turned out with these. I mean, I would like it better with a U, but who wouldn't? Okay. And then here I'm using, instead of a 3x4, you'll notice I have a 4x4 of one of the pocket cards. And I just replaced that. I'll share and show that in just a moment. Put these on here, and then I don't have to worry as much about where I am putting these couple of photos that I have. I feel like I want to pick everything up and shake it so I can like shake that one loose. Okay, there we go. See, I can move it over a little bit more. Gives it like a little bit more of a look. There we go. I like it better. A little tail sticking out right there. There's just a little tail sticking out. There we go. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to move down a little to kind of center it in this like little 4 grid here. Even though it means I'm covering more up, it does give you the feel that the entire alphabet is there. All right. I really liked these papers. They were all so good. Oh, buddy, you need to go down, huh? Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this one up high and then this one down a little lower, I think. It needs to go over just a little bit to hide that little spot right there. There we go. This one down a little. I think I'm only going to be happy if the gorilla goes up just a little bit more. I don't want to lose the focus on that. So by bringing that up more, it means I have more area to work with down here at the bottom, basically. Okay. I'm just playing with my spacing to decide where I would like them and making sure they're straight. Okay. I feel like I wished I had put something in there so I could spread these out just a little bit more. No, I think I'm fine. Just going to switch them and do it this way. There's so much green here with the green, with the green, with the green that I think it's throwing me. So let me try flipping these 2 photos and see if that does it for me. Sometimes it really is just a color variation for me. No, I don't think it does it for me. Okay, sometimes you just got to go with it, right? All right, you're going right there, little guy, and you are going right there. Okay, I think I'm going to be okay with that little space that's there. And there we go. So we have it all together. And I had saved this from another video. And I had said, you know, I could use it to tuck something. I could use it for whatever. Well, this is a great spot that it, you know, if you're going to see something like this, it's just a real easy place that you can put something in there to kind of make it look like that there is a piece of the puzzle, so to speak, that alphabet puzzle in there. So it sticks out the smallest amount. You could also just use a scrap piece of cardstock if it bothers you. If it doesn't bother you at all, don't worry about it. Okay, so now here's our original. There we go. And you can see this has just a bigger amount around, a bigger border around each one because it's 2. And these here are in a little bit larger. And I think it looks great. All right, let's grab our stickers. And we have some really nice stickers to add to this. I don't want to overdo it too much because I really do love the background and I want to keep that background. This guy here, I almost feel like could come down a little bit more to cross over the sections, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, I have a gorilla here. I know that I'm going to want to use these little pieces here. I might end up doing a little something with. There's a map of the park and I like the color on that. I think is really good. So I'm going to grab that. There is an adventure. And it's the same color as this right here. So I think we'll pull that out. And let's see what else we have. I'm not going to use too much because, as I said, I don't want to cover up the background too much. I don't even know that I'll use these. That background is so colorful. It's like if you're not moving something to the front, then there's not a lot of point for it. Let's see. I don't want to add. I think I want to keep it super simple. I like these. And let me get another word. Or another word one. This one here says we love the zoo and it's the same color and I like that. So we can bring that in. And then I want to grab, there's a couple of leaf stickers on here and they're nice and small. So I'm going to grab 2 of those. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of bling. Okay. So I think we are good to go. Okay. So there's, we love the zoo. And I'm going to put that right on top of my picture right here, just wherever it looks good. The little map I want to put on foam tape. And I don't even know that I'm going to need this little guy because I have the big guy. So it's like, I feel like I might not need the little guy if I have the big guy on here. And to kind of put it on, it almost seems redundant. I think I'm going to hold him off. I really do like this background, so I kind of don't want to cover the entire background. All right, so over here, I'm just looking for another place to put my other one. I have the We Love the Zoo over here. I'm going to put adventure right there, 2 little words on top. And then now I'm going to add the little map. Once these backgrounds are done, these pages, they really don't take much because you want, you know, to have that background. Little map right here. There we go. And now I'm going to bring in some of the bling. Now, all the bling matches this. Like all the bling. There's so much. It's kind of like just trying to decide will be my hardest thing. I haven't used a lot of this really light limeade green. So I'm going to try to use up some of that on this particular layout. I'm going to start with hearts first. Any place that I can add one of my little hearts here. Whoops. Because I don't use them up very well. I feel like this is crooked. It's driving me nuts. That's okay. It could be some shadow. So I have a heart there. And then I'm going to add... I would like one more heart, and I will find this piece and add it later. So I'm trying to see, I know that this one is hidden, but I thought if I could do another monkey or one of the other ones, I would put a heart on its particular square, but that's covered. So I'm just going to leave the one there and I'm just going to put the other one right up here in the corner. All right. And now I'm just going to start filling in with some of these, little green bling that I have here. I normally do sets of 3s, so I'm going to do sets of 2s. Oh, next to the adventure, I can put a medium heart. There we go. That's a way to burn up one of those. Over here, I think I'll put a big one up here and then follow that up with a medium and then a small. Just kind of keep layering things. There we go. 3 right there. I like that. That looks good. Let me grab some more of these. Here we go. Down here, I don't mind covering up the vulture. If that's one of your favorite animals, I'm very sorry. All right, there we go. 3 there. Pop it over here. I know I originally said I was going to do 2, but I tend to gravitate towards the 3. So I'm going to tuck this one back here. So I have 3 right here as well. And that's going to do it. I see the heart here and I feel like I just want to add a little something to that right there. So I'm just going right back to my words. And this was my favorite picture of all of these. It was a tough one, but this one's just so good that I'm going to add favorite right next to it. And then just kind of continue with that little word theme. I'm going to try to pick this off so I can overlap it just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and that's going to do it for me. So there is another one done. Look at these great pictures. This was such an extraordinary place to visit. I will find my U and add it. I don't know if I'll do it before the picture because we are getting ready to head out for our next little adventure, which, believe it or not, is potentially taking us to another zoo as we head to the Ark. I'll look forward to sharing all of that with you as well. So we're gonna drive this time. Little, not quite cross country, but yeah. You can see that background brings it all in. Just a really fun page. This tropical zoo vibe, I think, it's not just regular zoo vibe, and it was so perfect for my pictures here, but I think so many places that we visit, you can always see the different, how they try to get in the vegetation as well as the animals and everything else, and the amazing job that everyone does to maintain these areas. But this is Laura Parks Animal Sanctuary, and it was incredible. Thanks for letting me share this time with you. If you enjoyed this video, if I shared anything useful or helpful, I sure would appreciate it if you would hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out here in the YouTube community, and I'll look forward to coming back and sharing more of my scrapbooking journey with you. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment or a question, and I'll make sure that I get back with you, whether it's something you want to see or something I could share. I love that as well. So you guys have a wonderful crafty day. Bye-bye.